Hey guys, what's going on? So I have a deck profile here. Locally, we have Daniel playing Fulffals. Fulffals. All right then, go ahead.
So this is the basis of the deck pre-Dimension of Chaos, the next set. Basically, with the monsters, 3 Fluffal Dog and 2 Fluffal Owl. Fluffal Dog is like the strategist of the deck, and he searches.
Sean vs. Ryan in the finals.
He searches any Fluffal and as well as Edgem Sabers, and Fluffal Owls like Blazeman gets your Poly out. And those are the main cards. In addition, you have Fluffal Bear. I only run 1. He just searches Toy Vendor for different gimmicks. I'll get into that later. 3 Sheep. He basically special summons and bounces, and you just get more field advantage, and you get to recycle a lot of the normal summon effects. So normal summon Owl, special Sheep, bounce Owl back for an Edgem, and then you can use it next turn or something. So I run 3 Mouse. You summon 1, you get 2 more from the deck. Pretty straightforward. You just use it for fusion fodder. For Edgems, 2 Edgem Sabers. You don't need 3 because 3 can get sort of cloggy because you can search it out of the deck, and 2 is enough. 2 is enough. 3 Edgem Chain. He can search himself if you attack, and when he's sent to the graveyard, you can search for a Frightfur card, so it's a really versatile card, and you want to have 3 because you want to get the searches. The last couple of monsters, 2 King of the Swamp. He also searches the Poly, and you can also use him for a substitute for a couple of the fusions. Not all of them, but just a couple. That comes in handy. And 1 Tour Guide for another play I'll get into later. For the spells, standard 2 Polymerization, 3 Fright for Fusion, and then the 1 Fright for Factory, which you use to banish a fusion spell or Poly to fuse again. And the reason why I only have 2 Polys is because you search it so many times and you recycle it, so 2 is more than enough. You'll see it more than you need to. Also 3 Toy Vendor, and I run 3, some people run none. You can activate Toy Vendor and discard a Toy Vendor to get the search and potential plus, but with Edgem Sabers, you can actually do a play where if Sabers is in your grave and you have a Fluffal in hand, you can put it on the top of your deck, special Sabers with his effect, and then discard another card and get that Fluffal out and get a plus if it's Owl or Dog. So that's a really good card that you want to have 3 of, and just the 1 Bear to search, just in case if you need it. So. Also, I run 2 Prescription. I'm debating whether or not to bring it down to 1 because the reason why is the effect is iffy in the sense that if you activate it and you add the card to your hand, you cannot activate that card or use the effect. So if you add Chain or any card, you're not going to be able to pretty much use it, and you have to set up for the next turn. So it's kind of slow, and I'm just going to put it out here now. The alternative that I have 2 for is Reserve, and there's no drawback. You can search it, and you can do anything you want. The only thing is you have to set it first. So this is like a first turn card, and this is also a first turn card, but this comes more in handy because you can also recycle Polymerization to set up for more plays too. I also run 1 Fusion Recovery, which is kind of like Fusion Reserve. You add the Poly and as well as the monster that you use to use it for the Fusion Summon. And I take this card in with Toy Vendor.
Carlos Whisker?
Yeah. Okay. So basically what this allows you to do is you use Toy Vendor as you would normally use it, and then you can activate this to send it to the graveyard and pop a card on the field, and then you would get the plus off of Toy Vendor, which would be Fluffal or Edgem monster. I also run 1 Jar of Avarice, just because I like to recycle certain cards like your Poly, your Fight for Fusion spell, and just key cards that you want to get back, even if it's fusions or something. 2 Breakthroughs, because you're milling a lot and you want to use these, and also it's good to even use them as discard fodder for Vendor, and you can banish them from grave easily. And then 2 Trap Stun to ensure OTK with Tiger and Wolf as your fusions, and I'll get into the extra deck now. So for your fusions, you want to have 2 Sheep, which are basically floating Armades, and they're really hard to overcome because they just come back with 800 more attacks, so they're really awesome. You want to have 2 of those.
Of course.
3 Tiger, at least 3, because this is like the main card. You pop everything on the field to set up for OTK, and he also boosts your other fusions by 300 for each Frightfur or Fluffal monster on the field. So 3 is mandatory.
Just for the viewers at home, where can you get Fluffal Tiger?
This is a Shonen Jump promo. There's another special edition being released with the super rare version. So this is obviously more expensive and harder to get your hands on. Also, you want 2 Wolf, and basically this is your OTK. You summon Tiger, pop as many cards as possible, and then you attack as many times as possible with Wolf. You know, their effects work similar. The amount that you use for the summon is the amount of times that you can pop or attack. So those are those 2 cards. And then only 1 Bear, only 1 Leo, because you don't really use them that much. You're going to use Bear for mainly searching in regards to the Fusion Conscription and your Fusion Reserve. You're only going to use these to search. So you reveal Bear, and then you're going to search for Fluffal Bear or Edgem Sabers. And it's good that you have the option to search a Fluffal, because all the other ones, you can only search the Edgem with the Spell and Trap. And then 1 Leo, because I don't run Edgem Saw, however I do run King of the Swamp. So you can use him as a substitute for this fusion, and he has a decent effect. It's not too great, but I still have it in there, just as 1 though. This is actually a placeholder for Saber Tiger when it comes out, so I'm just running 2 for now. Frightfur Chimera. You only need 1 because you have to use 3 Frightfur fusions to even summon it. It's just good for late game when you have a bunch of them in grave and you have the Miracle Fusion, the Frightfur fusion. So he's a Goyo Armades actually, and he gains attack as well when you have monsters on your field that you destroyed and brought to your field. So that's it for the fusions. For the Exceed monsters, we have 1 Dante, which you use with Tour Guide, and when you use Tour Guide, get out Edgem, and then you mill 3, you can potentially ditch Breakthrough, some Fusion Fodder, Toy Vendor for a search. So he comes really handy, and you can just use the effect again, attack, and whatnot. Castel, pretty straightforward. He's just a staple, rank 4. As your rank 6, because you do want to rank 6 sometimes with Tiger and Wolf. If this fails, you do have options to go into Gauntlet Launcher or number 39, Utopia Beyond, just in the scenario that this fails. And because you can do this as many times as you want pretty much. Actually, you can only do it twice because you only have 2 Wolves, but if you want to put 3 in, that's up to you. Just in case this doesn't get you the OTK, you can follow up with a Utopia Beyond or Gauntlet Launcher just to ensure that you have a play, that you can do something after this fails. So that's pretty much the main deck and extra deck. And I'll get into the side deck now. For the side deck, we have 3 Fairy Wind. This is mainly for just decks that have a lot of floodgates and things that will stop your deck from, you know, getting your fusions off, like Iron Walls and Vanities and all that kind of stuff. As well, they double for support against Cleaforts, and you're also going to run a Cyber Dragon as well as a Chimera Tech, just as your pretty much general but tailored side for Cleaforts. 2 Iron Wall, and sometimes this doesn't make sense, but just because you banish a lot of cards. However, if you're thinking it through, you can use Tiger's effect when you summon it. Usually with Poly, you're not going to really use Frightfur Fusion to summon Tiger. You can actually pop your own Iron Wall, just to get it off so that you can use Bright Perfusion to banish for your wolf so that you can get OTK. So this is just a temporary thing. And if you want, you can even trap stun your own Iron Wall if you like. If you really want, if you're that desperate. Moving on, we also have back to the side there.
I bought like 10.
2 light imprisoning, just for Satellars, anything else that really is light, because you have mainly dark fusion, so you can't run dark imps, so this is your best bet. 1 Soul Drain. There's not many grave effects, and this is a really good side deck card in general. 2 Galaxy Cyclone. I don't main these because sometimes you just get more than enough with Tiger to pop back row, but just in case you do, and for like floodgates and cleave forts and whatever else, you can use these as a you know, a poke. Just get this out first, and if later on you need to get rid of floodgates, you can banish them as well. And they mill easy too with Toy Vendor and all that stuff too. 2 Maxi, straightforward, and then Exiton, just in case if Castel is not your go-to rank 4, you can side this in instead. Just because side deck extra deck space is limited, that's why you have extra deck monsters in the side deck as well. And that's pretty much the profile.
Alright, thank you very much. Just for the viewers at home, do you think you can play this without the Tiger for now, or wait for the reprint?
You can wait for the reprint, but Tiger in it, like it's a mandatory card to have, because if you don't have it, like the deck's not as fast and you're not going to get over a lot of cards.
So this profile right now is being done at locals.
Yeah.
Again, sorry to the viewers at home for the background noise. Just one more quick question.
Yeah, sure.
What were your matchups today?
I actually went against some crazy matchups. There was like Dragoonides, which you don't see often, and that was an easy OTK both games. And as well, I went against Infernoids, which I surprisingly did well, and I won the second game. So I lost game 1, but game 2 and 3 I actually won with the OTK with Tiger and Wolf. And third round I had a matchup against Satellars, and I almost won, but what happened is the Diamond is a really good counter to Vipers because they're all dark, so he can negate all the effects. So you have to. I had to rank 6 actually to try and get over that, but it didn't work. So yeah.
All right, thank you very much, guys.
All right.
Oh, sorry. Let me repeat that again. Okay. Jump cut. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you for the deck profile. Are you going to stick with this deck, or it's just for fun?
It's actually a really fun deck. I'm just playing it mainly for fun. It's really fast. It's just a fun deck. I usually play Shaddolls, but this deck just really gives you a change of scenery, and it just lets you have some fun. It's a really cool and normally knows the deck, so you're playing mainly against people that don't know what's going on, so you can get away with a lot of stuff too. However, the deck does get better as more sets come out, because there's going to be the release of Fulffals Wing, which is a really good card, and I would actually take out all the Fulffals Mouse to put in Fulffals Wing, because it's just a better card overall with Toy Vendor in the deck. So yeah.
So where can people follow you?
Instagram and Facebook, and my Instagram is ddperecki, P-E-R-E-C-K-I, and my Facebook name is Daniel Perecki.
Alright guys, thank you very much. Please like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, alright, thank you.
Thank you.